Oh, no, fuck, wait. Wait, yeah, just a second. Silo! This is definitely the first time I'm starting the stream. Hello! Hi! This is fine. It's fine, it's fine. Nothing happened, nothing happened. It's all good. Everything is fine. Hi! Good morning. Wait, I forgot to turn on the background music. There we go. Good morning! Yeah. Hello. Happy day. Hi, Frozen Frog. Thank you for the 17 months. Hi. You'll sail with the VOD crew. Yeah. Yes. Jello Noel, thank you. Thank you for the gifted membership to VOD Goblin. Mood. Fucking same. Yeah, I'm not early today. I'm in fact later than I wanted to start today because of takeout taking 12 million years to get here and then being very subpar. Quite possibly the worst poke that I've ever had. This is quite possibly the worst poke that I've ever had. But it was poke and therefore decently healthy at least, so I can tell myself I did well. So, Angela Noel, thank you for the gifted sub too. Oh god, Ishkaloven. Thank you. Distraction gifts, thank you. It's fun, you know, sometimes you get everything in the right place except for one little thing. I got everything else in the right place, okay? I'll take it. It's fine. It's fine. Everything else is good and proper and you know what? It's fine. Yeah, subpar and long overdue takeout. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It was very, very not great. Almost a year and a half already, right? Thank you for the 17 months, Nate. Thank you. I was, I'm not gonna lie, I was also a little bit distracted today before even getting a takeout because something came in the mail and I'm very excited. And this particular thing being in the mail means that we can do our squat stream next week. We're gonna do our squat stream next week. I just have to figure out how it all works. So I was putting straps on things and charging things up, and I was kind of originally hoping to have it set up for this, but I didn't. I only had like an hour before stream to get everything up and ready, and that's not enough time. And Phantom, thank you for the gifted membership to Human Frailty. Nice snip snop. Welcome back, Human Frailty. Yes. I'm gonna. It's not 480 squats. There's a 0% chance I owe you guys that many squats. Thank you very much. Definitely not. Absolutely fucking not. Oh my god, that's a great name for a SWAT stream. Human Frailty. I'm not human though, I'm Tanuki. It's fine, it's actually more. It's not! Jesus fucking Christ. You guys just... I swear to god, every time we mention this, we go up and up and up. Because last time someone was like, oh yeah, it's like 300 and something. I'm like, no. I've got it written down somewhere, okay? I've got it, it's in writing, alright? I'll find it, and it's fine, and I'll be fine. I feel like it'll be a decently long stream just because of my own suffering, so... It's definitely not 500, absolutely not. Will you find it though? I will, because if I don't, then I'm just gonna go back to my birthday stream VOD. And I'm near certain I say it at the end when I say that I owe it to you guys, so... It's fine. I'll figure it out. Hi, Moji. You're alive? I'm glad, I'm glad. Yeah. I do have it written down, thank you very much. It was not 680! Quick, someone edit the VOD. No one can edit the VOD. It's mine. It's my VOD. You can't edit it. Thank you very much. Gonna go check the VOD so you won't cheat us. I'm not gonna cheat you guys. Will I possibly fail to get that many squats in and have to postpone it yet again? Maybe, but I'm not gonna cheat you guys. Okay, what stream was it? Well, it was the birthday stream, the final part of the birthday stream, and or... maybe it was the stream before that. I don't know, it was something to do with the birthday stream. And then maybe it talked about it after, but it's not 1,000 squats! It's not! Oh my fucking god. Mods can't edit my VODs. Mods have no power here. Mods have no power here. That's not how that works. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine. Not even the girls can edit my VODs. Terrible, terrible. Someone editing the VOD, just putting a crappy voiceover. Meeta would do that. Meeta would 100% do that. She did that to my fucking debut, so I can't imagine she wouldn't do it to something else. Fucking silly little witch. In my headcanon, it was at least 1K. I would fucking die. You guys just want me to die, okay? I understand now. I understand. The informants secretly hate me and they want me to pass away. Alright, okay, I get it. Crappy voiceover, just take the audio from this script. What the fuck do you mean? Fuck off. It's at least 350 though, according to New Year's 3D bit. Ah, damn. Look at me crying. I remember it being 380. Oh god, but I probably, maybe it was like 375 or some shit. I'm gonna cry. Ah, oh man, It's fine. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll start doing some now for next week so that I don't shock my system. Aw, just want to witness as much Tanuki squads. Oh my god, it's 380 according to my Google sheet. Yeah, I'm gonna get these done and then I'm just not gonna walk for a fucking week. Like, if I stretch right now, back in my chair, I get a good, like, my lower abs, because yesterday I was like, I'm gonna try to do some workouts. And I did some planks yesterday, and my lower abs now today, I'm like, I stretch, and I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that the muscles are they're not in pain, but like if you know when you like stretch, you can feel it. So it's not that it's like super bad, but it was just like, I was like, oh really? We got to that point by doing like a couple of minutes of like on and off planking? That's, all right. Alright. I've got a long way to go before I re-reach the Tanuki golden days. How long can you stay? I don't think I can stay for all that long nowadays. I used to be able to go for at least a good, like, minute and a half, and then I would do some side planks and stuff. I'm pretty sure I did, like, 30 seconds yesterday, and then, like, 20 seconds on each side, and then, like, 20 seconds at the end of a normal plank again, and then a couple of little like sideways dippy things. So like not the worst thing in the world, but like not great, you know? Not great. It was just because I was sitting there yesterday and I was like, alright, I should do something. Because I was sick yesterday, right? So I didn't go to work. Because of the migraine that I had previously, and then I was like, didn't feel good, but I was like, I need to do something with my day, so I did some planks. So I should probably do some more planks today. Yeah. Can we exchange some of them to hugs and tail snuggles? I don't know if that's how that works, but I mean, I'm down. You can do 3 minutes one time once a week. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I'll probably try to start putting them back into my daily routine along with my, like, biking. I've not been biking every day. I have been biking at least 4 times a week, though, and I think that that's well better than doing nothing. So, you know what? It's fine. The lady pains as well. Yeah, well, that's what painkillers are for. That's what painkillers are for. Been sad being a VOD, bro? Oh, no. Looking at an 8 a.m. job? Oh man. Oh man. I have been thinking about doing some early streams too, just to fuck it up. So you know, maybe you won't be completely out of luck because I am Tanuki trying to make healthy life decisions. It won't be super early or anything though, so I think it'll probably be like 1 a.m. is ready early in the morning. Yeah, I was thinking about throwing some like either 3 or 4 p.m. little random ones in there, kind of like on Saturdays if I stream I'll sometimes do a little 4 p.m. one, and I was thinking like, oh, that's not too bad, like a 3 or 4 p.m. or something just randomly scattered throughout. I thought would be okay. Because then we have like super late nights and then our usual 8 p.m. and then a couple of earlier ones, and because I know that there are a lot of people that my sleep schedule does not quite work for. So we'll see though. I'm not sure yet. I have to like pick and choose through days and figure out what's gonna go where, and you know, maybe I can do like, you know, a 4 p.m. and then a 1 a.m. stream sort of idea. So AI chat summary is fucked, man. AI chat summary has no idea what's going on at any given moment. All right, no way. Absolutely not. Gotta try to get at least 1 live Scion stream per week. That makes it sound like it's a dead Scion stream the rest of the time. Oh my gosh. Or sneaky put your earphone on during work. But I mean, I think more of the problem is for people who work early mornings, they can't stay up late, especially if they're in EST, for example. Because I'm PST, which means I'm already 3 hours behind, right? So for me, I'm like, oh, 8 p.m. rather is not that late. To me, right? Like 8 p.m. is like, that's a good time. Except for them, it's like 11 p.m., which means that if they have to get up early, that's not a great time to start a stream, let alone end one, honestly. So I have been thinking about it, and I know it's not great for some people. Yeah, I'm PST. I'm just nocturnal. Yeah. I'm PST who essentially lives her life as if I live in Asia. Hi, Dougie. I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you're getting some relaxing in. Yeah. Late night streams are 1 a.m. for you, but this is 9 p.m. so you get some cat. Oh, no. Yeah. My late night streams are 1 a.m. start times, mainly because that's when I get off of work. That's when I get home from the raccoon day job. Get home at 1 a.m. I can hang out with you guys. It's a good fun time. Like 1 a.m. is essentially my version of 6 p.m. Yeah. So like when I start at 8, that's the equivalent of someone else starting at like, what's 6 hours after you usually wake up? I feel like most people wake up at like 7 in the morning, right? Like 1 p.m.-ish. So, yeah, I don't know. Essentially, something like that, right? Yeah. I just, you know, my schedule runs a little contrary to most people, I feel like. 8 to 9, I guess that's if you don't work like a 9 to 5 sort of idea. Hi, Emma. Hello. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. We're all doing okay, I think. Scion stream works well for Southeast Asia, yeah. Like I said, I do essentially live in like Asian time zone, even though I am actually in PST. I don't like sunlight. But yeah, so like usually I wake up at like 2 p.m. on work days. So I could stream at like 3 or 4 without too much of an issue. I just have to like plan what days and, you know, when I'm gonna go get groceries and stuff like that. So yeah, Sunlight do be bad? It's terrible, it's atrocious. Sunlight's the worst. You wear sunscreen in winter? Ask me if I like the sun. I mean, you're supposed to. I am also supposed to. Everyone is supposed to. You're supposed to wear sunscreen daily. Essentially, whenever you go outside, you put sunscreen on. It's good for your skin. Do I do that? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Why? Because if I put things on my skin other than skincare, which technically sunscreen is skincare, but then you have to wash your face well. And I'm lazy. I mean, I wash my face at least twice a day, but I'm one of those people that unless I'm putting like sunscreen or makeup or something on, I don't use like good cleansers, or I don't double cleanse, or all those things that girly girls are supposed to do. I don't. A lot of days I just use water, which is not good enough. It's not. It's bad. Don't do what I do. It's bad. But when I put sunscreen on, I need to clean it properly, right? Because I don't want to get things like stuck in my pores or whatever. Yeah, so that's why I need to get better at it. Also, it means that I have to wake up 5 minutes earlier because I want to wait for my lotion to completely dry down and then I put my sunscreen on. No, your skincare routine is definitely not better than mine. I'm just lazy. I do all the things. I have niacinamides and I have retinol eye creams and I have fucking PRD fucking salmon DNA bullshit with peptides. And I use a decent amount of Korean skincare. I used to have like a really, really thorough skincare routine. And the thing is, washing my face with water does as much for me as washing my face with like the fancy shit that I used to use, as long as I'm not putting things on that are not skincare. Which is why I know, like, if I'm gonna put sunscreen on, I'm gonna wash my face properly, right? But yeah, I'm gonna get breakouts fucking whether or not I use the proper thing, because I have the you know, as do most ladies, we have fun little things that are attached to our other general cycles. So nothing really helps. So it doesn't really matter as long as I'm taking care of it properly. But yeah, that does mean that I sometimes get lazy and I don't wash my face properly. Why? Because sometimes you don't want to get ready for bed until you want to go to sleep, and then you just want to get to sleep really quickly, and so then I wash my face with water, and then I just shove on my fucking Numbazin or retinols or whatever it is that I'm doing that day for my skin, because I also rotate things out. It's not the same every night. And then I go to bed. I have to wash my pillowcase. This is my reminder to myself that tonight I have to wash my pillowcase. I'm gonna forget if I don't remind myself. I was thinking about it earlier. I was just laying there and I was like, I need to wash my pillowcase. I haven't done that yet this week. Usually I do that on a Thursday, but I forgot. Bed sheets on Thursday, and then everything else on Saturday. If you have no skin, you don't have to worry about that. I mean, skin is important. If you have no skin, you're gonna die. Just use face cleansing wipes? Well, what kind of face cleansing wipes? I mean, if they work for you, they work for you. I can't generally use wipes because they are too harsh for my skin. My skin is also very sensitive. I have bad luck with that kind of thing. And they tend to break me out terribly because they destroy my skin barrier and my skin got really mad at me and it doesn't like it. Yeah. Yeah. If you get breakups often, 100% cotton linen worked for you? Yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, it's hormonal. There's not much I can... There's not much you can do about that, but I am careful with, like, bed stuff and whatever. I do, like, wash my sheets and stuff anyway. Wash bed stuff every week, chat. Well, I mean, you don't... technically have to wash them every week. Depends on also when you take showers. For example, if you take showers at night, like right before you go to bed, you can wash them... You can, like, wait longer in between washes, right? But if you take showers in the morning, you should definitely be washing your sheets every week. I am a morning shower person. Sometimes I take showers at night. But for me, I need water to, like, wake me up. Otherwise, I'm gonna go to work and I am not gonna be a person. Also because sometimes you sweat when you're sleeping. So... you know, I want to go to work and I want to smell good. I don't want to smell sweaty. But that's mostly in the summer. That's not really a winter problem. That's not really a winter problem. But yeah. The more and more we learn about you, Sai, the more I realize you pulled every short straw you could. What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Can't have skin breakouts when you break in your skin. That's not how that works either. probably too often for most people. Yeah, I feel like most people don't wash it every week. And again, that's perfectly fine. Every 2 weeks is fine. And you can, as I said, if you are a night washer, then you can probably push it further if you want to. I just personally prefer to wash them more often. Just because, I don't know, it's my personal preference. My personal preference. The solution is to shower every morning and night. Absolutely not. Unless you're doing cold showers, for which, Jesus Christ, you're stronger than me, because I cannot do that. Because if you use a hot shower and you shower that often, you're gonna dry the fuck out of your skin. And that's not gonna be good either, because you're gonna break your barrier. Very bad, very bad. You also have, I do have sensitive skin. I do. I do. It's fine. Aren't cold showers more beneficial, or is that a myth? They are better for you than hot showers. I take burning hot scalding showers. Why cold showers would preserve your skin better? Yeah, the hot showers tend to dehydrate and crack and irritate your skin. So... and I am one of those people who showers in lava. So my skin is always very red when I come out of the shower. Yeah. So it is what it is, you know? So that's why I could never shower twice a day. Unless I'm using cold water, in which case usually I want to die. But I do that sometimes in the summer. But yeah, and then I get out of the shower and you have to moisturize right away. Not everyone does. Most people probably fucking don't. I do. I do. Because I want my skin to not hate me and to not be angry at me. Because if I don't, then it will definitely be angry at me. Yeah. If you weren't still streaming 5 minutes after a shower, it wasn't warm enough. Oh, steaming. Yeah. And so sometimes I remember to turn my fan on in the shower, but sometimes I forgot. And even if it's a short shower, for example, even if it's just like a 5 minute, like it's a rinse off type of shower, it's not like a scrub myself down type of shower, even if I'm only in there for like 5 minutes, if my whole bathroom is not full of steam, who the fuck am I? Yeah. Today I turned the fan on, so there wasn't any steam, or there was some steam, but it wasn't like full up. But yeah, usually that's what it is. I'm very much a lover of incredibly hot showers, which I also recognize are not good for me. Which is why I have to moisturize very well. Moisturize well. You thought you were insane for 40-degree showers? I just like hot showers. I don't know. I find them very comforting. I find them nice, right? I guess it's maybe it's my brain's my brain trying to replace the 8 hugs a day that I do not get. Because I remember when we were saying, like, someone was saying that, like, scientifically they said that you need like eight hugs a day to be like mentally okay. I don't get 8 hugs a day, so maybe the hot shower counts as like 6 of the 8 hugs, you know, and then laying on the floor with the bunnies counts as the other 2 hugs. Yeah. Man, I'm really lacking then. Yeah, I don't know anyone who fucking gets 8 hugs a day, right? I think that was the number. Gee, we need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. We need 12 hugs a day for growth. The higher number of hugs you receive, the higher your serotonin will be. If your oxytocin levels deal with lifting your anxiety, anger, and loneliness, your serotonin levels have something to do with your overall mood and happiness. Therefore, for mental health purposes, 8 hugs a day is good. Oh, look, there's another one. How many hugs a day do we need for our boyfriend? 4 hugs a day for survival, 8 hugs for maintenance, 12 for growth. Therefore, you should force your boyfriend to give you as many hugs as you want. That would be nice, but I don't have a boyfriend, Google. Author and family therapist. That doesn't help me. So apparently you need 4 hugs a day for survival. My assumption is that my hot shower counts as 4 hugs a day. So that's the angle. Statistics that force your boyfriend to give you as many hugs as you want. Yeah, I suppose so. It actually has to be a long hug. It doesn't say anything about that. Although, there is a question here. Does hugging for 20 seconds release oxytocin? Yes. The feel-good hormone oxytocin is released, which creates a stronger bond and connection between the huggers. It's also shown to boost the immune system and reduce stress. Okay, I need hugs. Maybe I should go to like extrovert friend and be like, hello, I demand 4 hugs a week and each hug must be for 1 minute. I think she would say that I was fucking insane. She's the person who lives closest to me though, and she lives like 2 cities away. Oh my god. Ask if virtual hugs work. Do virtual hugs work for your 8 hugs a day? Oh, well, in r/autistic pride, there's a thing about it, saying that it's not actually about hugging, but close personal contact. And the close personal contact can vary from person to person, and so if you're not comfortable with hugs, that's fine. You can just touch people's arms or be near them in general, and that theoretically does the same thing. I live by myself. This is not helpful to me. Apparently virtual ones do not, in fact, work. Maybe I need to go to my neighbors and just knock on the door and be like, hello, I understand that you are married and you have a dog, but I am not, and I need 4 hugs a day or I will die. So please give me hugs. I think that they would tell my landlord and I'd get fucking kicked out of my apartment. Do pet hugs count? I mean, I would assume so, because I feel like I get free serotonin from bunnies, right? Yeah, climb down with bunnies count as hug substitute. That's what I assume, right? I think that I replace my necessary hugs with hot showers and bunny cuddles. Yes. That's a fast trip to a Grippy Socks vacation. I don't need another Grippy Socks vacation. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It's fine. I believe that works, and dang, that is sad. What do you mean that's sad? Wait till you're my age. Thank you very much. I don't live with my parents. I haven't lived with my parents in like well over a decade. I don't have any roommates anymore, so it's not like I can like lean against them while watching TV. Cause that's what I used to do when I lived with Witchy friend. When we lived together, we would just have like movie nights sometimes, and we would just like chill in a couch and eat popcorn together. I'm not 50. What the fuck? Crazy, insane. Hug my pillow every time I sleep. I do have a pillow or a plushie, a long plushie that I use as like a hug thing when I sleep. Also because I need something to put my leg on when I sleep, because I'm a side sleeper, but hips exist, so can't call Cyon a hag, she's just my peer. Sucks to be you, sucks to be me. Dude, I'm just gonna ignore all of you fucking going on about retirement age and just fucking flipping you off. You can't see, but I'm flipping you off. Didn't know they made a Ganondorf Docky. It's not. It's a bread bunny plushie. It's the same size as a Docky, but it's like a bunny baguette. It's very cute. Yeah. That's what I most often use. Yeah. Yeah. Not to be mean to special people or anything, but no wonder they're always so happy with how many hugs they get and give. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten that many hugs, but I guess when I lived with people, I often had more physical contact, because I am very much like a leany person. Like if I'm sitting on a couch with someone, I'm going to like lean into them. I like body warmth. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not hugs. Maybe it's body warmth. I wonder if a heated blanket would count. Does a heated blanket count as a hug? Or like a weighted blanket? Because that's kind of like a hug, sort of. Right? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe. What are you, a cat? No, I'm a tanuki. I'm a tanuki. The bunnies are doing well. I actually can't see them right now. I think they're sleeping around the corner. A heated daki? Ooh, that could be a thing. That could be a thing. I think that might be the tism speaking. I have never been I have never been diagnosed with that particular branch of neurodivergence. so no. Haha. It's just me. Just me, yeah. Might as well have a heater running all year round. Definitely not in the summer. I fucking hate the summer heat. That shit's gross and disgusting. Fucking terrible. I think the aspect from different genders may vary. Like, it's more acceptable for girls leaning on each other than bros. Yeah, I guess so, right? Like, I see, it's kind of like, yeah, girls, like, walking down the street holding hands and stuff. You see a lot more. Guess get a kotatsu. I don't have anywhere to put one, or I would. Also, the bunnies would eat the cable. That's the problem. That's the problem with that one in particular. I would like to. I had a friend who, ADHD is not, also not diagnosed. No, ADHD is diagnosed. I do actually have a diagnosis for that. I don't know, I do not have the autism, as far as I am aware. As far as I have been diagnosed. Yeah. Although, multiple people have told me that I might. But I've never been diagnosed with it, so I will not say I haven't. That's generally how I work. Although, even before I was diagnosed with, like, depression or anxiety, I was always kind of like, yeah, I know I have them. No one is surprised. Like, I think I told you guys about the time where I dislocated my rib and I went into a, doctor, and I was so anxious because it was a walk-in clinic, and, I'd never been there before, and, I was so anxious that I was, like, sweating. And it was very obvious that I was incredibly anxious. And, yeah, and the fucking doctor gave me a fucking test to see if I had anxiety instead of focusing on my fucking dislocated rib. I was like, no, I'm here for a musculoskeletal issue. And they were just like, oh, Lo, it's probably just, like, anxiety pains and blah, 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 blah. And fucking, like, went on, and he was like, oh, you've got anxiety, right? And I was like, well, I'm, like, 99% certain, but I don't have a diagnosis. And he was like, you should get diagnosed. And I was like, no, I've specifically avoided diagnosis because I don't want everything to be blamed on anxiety, because I know that happens, because it's happened to some of my friends. And then he kept trying to say that, and I was like, oh my fucking god. Anyway, yeah, so I avoided getting diagnosed for anything mental health related for a really long time because of that, and then I ended up getting the diagnoses during the panini because it was bad enough that I needed medication. So, now I have proper diagnoses. I did not want them. I did not want them because of how the healthcare system worked. The doctor proved your point. Yes, exactly. They did. They literally did. Like, they showed me exactly why I did not want these diagnoses on my official, like, charts and stuff. But now they're there just because they had to be. So. Bone poking out looks like anxiety to me. Yeah, oh my god. This bitch told me to eat healthy and go for walks. I was so mad. This is also, like, before the panini, too. So I was way more active. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, what do you mean? This was during the particular time where I was specifically going to the gym because I was being paid to go to the gym and promote someone's, workout plan. So I was going to the gym, and he's like, oh yeah, get more exercise. And I was like, fucking die. fucking fuck off. I was so angry. Also an old man doctor. Now if I ever go to a walk-in clinic, between this guy and my dislocation for the jaw, both of them were just like really old white men doctors, and I was like, okay, from now on, if I ever fucking walk into a clinic and it's an old white man doctor, I'm just gonna walk right the fuck back out. Because both times it was a dislocation, and both times they were just like, oh, you're young and healthy, whatever, you're fine, it's just anxiety. Fucking piss off. Anyway, you can get paid to go to the gym. It was specifically because with cosplay stuff, I had not even a friend, like an acquaintance that we ran in similar circles, and she had her whole thing was like working out, and so because I was friends with one of her friends, and it was like a program that they were looking for people to like be on so that she could say that it was like, because she was making the programs and whatever, and so I was like, sure, whatever, that's fine. Anyway, yeah, it was a whole thing. And then I was told by my doctor I'm not allowed to do heavy lifting because when I do like the positioning for like the ups and downs, so for like squatting or deadlifting, the positions plus the heavy weights can cause me to pass out. And obviously you don't want to be passing out with hundreds of pounds on you. It's very dangerous for yourself and other people, so I was told I was not allowed to do that anymore. Squats are my favorite, same. So I was very sad about that, because the heavy lifting of the squats was something that I actually really enjoyed doing. But I couldn't do that anymore, so then I was like, sorry, can't go to the gym anymore. Because that was the only thing I actually liked doing there. I fucking hated doing everything else. Try to get me to do a bench press? Abso-fucking-lutely not. God, I think I got to like 20 pounds maybe. Bench press, it was so bad. Oh, I just saw a whole bunch of people log on to Monster Hunter. Fuck you guys, I want to play too. Oh my gosh, bench press is my favorite. Really? I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense to some extent, right? For like guys, that it's way easier to get that particular motion, right? I have noodles for arms. My upper body has not ever been my strength. It has never been my strength. I could do like pretty heavy squats. I think when I stopped, I'd gotten to 260 something or something like that. Is that correct? I don't remember. Something like that. It was in the 200s. I was very proud. Then I had to stop. Yeah. From Monhan? No. Maybe soon. We'll see. Did I get it anyway? Absolutely. Oh, pounds, not kilograms. Abso-fucking-lutely was not squatting 200 kilograms. That's like 400 and something pounds. Absolutely not. I only was going to the gym for a couple of months. Yeah, no, that's abso-fucking-lutely not. There's a 0% chance of me doing 200 kilograms within like 2 months of strength training. Your PR is 500 pounds, and I was like, damn, no. If I'd gone to the gym consistently, I probably honestly could have gotten well higher. Because apparently the way that my body is built, I have been told by multiple people that I have like perfect squat form just by like how I like get up and down and the way that my body is constructed. And to be fair, I do spend 99% of my time sitting in a squat form. So that probably helps. So I've got a lot of mobility in my joints, and apparently they all just sit perfectly for that particular thing. Like my body is just built for that particular motion, apparently. So if I was able to go for longer, then like maybe I would have been able to get up really high and be super cool and shit. But yeah, it was not in the cards for me in particular. Did you pass out from leg presses? No, but those are so boring. Also, you could do like 400 pounds on a leg press and it wouldn't fucking feel like shit all. if you mean the machine where like it's like a reverse squat, right? So the weight is on the top and you push it up. Is that the machine you mean? Because that machine felt like it wasn't doing anything. Because you would just max the shit out of that and then it wouldn't do. Yeah, I fucking hate that machine. It did nothing. It did nothing. I started at like max on that stupid fucking machine. It's stupid. No, it's not the machine I did. Yeah, well, I guess that one would be the one that would be way easier to get up there. Gonna show us that perfect squat form next week. I'll give you the perfect squat form for the first fucking 10 squats. It's gonna real quickly go downhill after that. Yeah. Cause like, I don't know, I'm also that person where I've seen some people do squats and they don't, I know that you don't have to go to parallel, but I like going to parallel. Right? From perfectly standing to like below parallel even and then back up. Below parallel is bad for your knees though, especially if you're heavy lifting, so probably don't do that. But given that it's just for me, it's my body weight, I like to do like parallel or lower sometimes. Sumo squats too are fun every once in a while. I don't know. They're fun. They can also be bad for your hips, yeah. To be fair, my hips though are always doing weird shit. Like right now, I'm doing that thing where I'm seated with one knee up to my boob. My fucking arm is like holding it in, and then my other leg is crisscross applesauce underneath me. So, you know, my lower body joints are always doing weird shit, no matter what. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. I just went to check on my Monster Hunter, just, you know, for funsies, and it's saying this item is not yet available. Fuck you, it is available. I literally see 2 people playing it right now. I pre-downloaded this game and everything. Stupid. Give me my Monster Hunter. Give it to me. Stupid. Do you think I live somewhere else or something? Give it to me. They probably got early access keys. No, it's not time yet for me. Why? Restart? Yeah, I'll probably have to restart Steam or something. I don't know. Stupid. Will your PC let me run it? Yes. Yes, because I did play the betas. The game works perfectly fine, but if I were to stream it, I would probably turn into a slideshow. Now, I did download it also onto a separate off-computer drive, which is probably also part of the reason that the stuttering occurs when I stream, because my computer is trying to pull things off of a separate drive and play a game and stream. Why? Because I don't have enough space on my hard drive. I've got like 50 gigs of space on my hard drive, and Monhunt is bigger than that, and so it goes onto my terabyte on my other off-computer drive that's plugged into a USB point. Hooray! Yeah. Aha. So at some point when I inevitably replace my GPU, I also need to get more storage space in my computer. Because my external hard drive is plugged in constantly. It's where all of my stuff essentially goes. Hi DK! Hi DK, 6 a.m. Oh my gosh, girl. I bet you were working really hard on things. DK always has a whole bunch of stuff going on, and she's always working incredibly hard, but she likes to play it down and like be like, oh, girl failure, oh, but like she actually is so hardworking, and it's crazy. It's so crazy. You guys can't see behind the scenes, but like the amount of shit that she's always like, oh my gosh, it's crazy. She's chugging along like a little choo-choo train. It's also her birthday soon. So if you didn't know that, that should be coming up. I think it's not quite next week, right? Because it's the 10th, I want to say. A week and a half. Soon. DK is even older. Yeah, but that should be a really good time, so you should definitely definitely go check that out if you haven't been planning to already. How dare you compliment me? Absolutely not. I'm gonna compliment you to the ends of the earth, you motherfucker. I love you. Feel like the feeling of failure relates to this idea that relates to not being proportional to the effort we put in? Maybe. Not necessarily, though. Not necessarily. Because, like, sometimes we just do things for fun. We put a lot of effort into things, and they're just like, you know, it's just to have a good fun time, right? Yes, I did see the trailer for the new Pokemon game. I did, in fact, see the trailer for the new Pokemon game. I stayed up to watch it. The Pokemon Presents. And I am... We'll see. I'm gonna play it anyway, because it's a Pokemon game. I am a little bit old school, though, in that I want my turn-based battle game to remain a turn-based battle game. And it is not going to be a turn-based... Well, it's kind of, but you have to, like, aim things in ZA. You gotta, like, aim things and time things, and I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at that. Turn-based with positioning, yeah, and timing. Like, different moves will take different amounts of time to go off and stuff. It looks really interesting. I do kind of wonder what they're gonna do, because it seems like it all takes place in one city. So I really do wonder how they're going to get enough content into that in particular. Also, I'm really confused as to their starter choices. Why the fuck did you put Tepig in there randomly? Because it's Cyndaquil and Totodile and Tepig. Why? Who the fuck is picking Tepig? Why did you not just put Cyndaquil in there? Anyway, so that was confusing. And then, yeah, it all takes place in Lumio City. And they've changed the, battle style. Oh no, it is Chikorita. Sorry, it's Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig. What's wrong with Tepig? Nothing. It's just not... Sorry, yeah, no, I misspoke. It's Chikorita and Tepig and Totodile. Yeah. So, it is what it is. They really said fuck Typhlosion and his antics after the whole leak. I mean, still, I don't hate Tepig. I just think that when you put Tepig into a lineup with Chikorita and Totodile, like, people, I feel like he's only gonna get picked because he's a fire starter. I don't know, man. I don't know. Emboar is awesome, yeah. I think I'm probably gonna go with Totodile just because I have, like, fun, silly childhood memories of that little man, right? Because he just, like, jumps up and he has his stupid, like, little flaily feet and he's like... I mean, not quite like that. It's... And he's just little. He's just a guy. But yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that particular game, just because, like I said, they changed the battling a little bit. They changed some other stuff up, and yeah, it might only be in Lumino City, so I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is gonna go on there. But it looks okay. I'll give it a chance. There was also like a Pokemon Stadium looking game. But it seems like it might just be the battles, and you can transfer games or transfer Pokemon from Pokemon Go and Pokemon Violet and Scarlet, which I mean, I would have to actually fucking go back in and raise some Pokemon in those, I suppose. But like, yeah, champions, yeah. But the thing is like my favorite part of Stadium was like the mini games and stuff too. But yeah, it seems like it might just be a battle sim, which is way less interesting to me. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, I'll figure it out, I suppose. My favorite is Mega Gardevoir because hot. Yeah. I do indeed like me some Gardevoir. I did see that they're the Pokemon trading card game. I wasn't sure if it was the new mobile one, or if it was for a different Pokemon trading card game. But there was an EX Gardevoir, and I'm very excited, and I'm hoping that it's for the mobile game, because I still run a Gardevoir Mewtwo deck. So I do like, I am always excited for more Gardevoir stuff, yeah. The biggest surprise was the future and past timeline, though. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it all goes, for sure. Did you see the new Hex Maniac? I don't know if I did, honestly. The normal TCG? Damn it! Fuck. Oh well, it's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. A new Hex Maniac. Ooh! She cute! She reminds me of a certain dead VTuber. A little bit with the purple. She's cute though. I like it. I like it. Yeah. I am down. That she does. Yeah. Wow. Sorry for the shot to the heart. Apologies. Yeah. That is cute though. Yeah, that's the thing is like I'll probably pick up the game just because I have picked up every Pokemon, like mainstay Pokemon game. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know how it's all gonna work out. Maybe it'll beat all of my expectations and be incredibly fabulous, right? For all I know, it's gonna be a really, really good game. So I'll hold on and we'll see. In terms of streaming, I did see someone ask if I was going to stream it. Nintendo perms are interesting, and there is a reason that I have not ever played a Nintendo game on stream. Even though some of my favorite reoccurring franchises are on Nintendo consoles. Because you only get a certain number of streams max that you would have to finish everything in. You can apply for more, but it might not necessarily go through. And you have to, there's a lot of like date and time stuff going on behind the scenes. So yeah. And Strudel, thank you for the super. Thank you. Have some good rest. Get a good night's rest. I hope it's very restful and good. Yes. Nintendo's weird like that. Yeah. Which is interesting because a lot of people play them like as indies and stuff, right? Like a lot of people play Pokemon games. I think it's in part just a lot of like actual companies don't want to get on the bad side of Nintendo or other gaming companies and stuff like that, right? Want to make sure that like in the future you can still have a good, I don't know, like a good relationship with that company or something. Is that why most big VTubers do indie games? I mean, I don't know necessarily about big VTubers. I could see that being the case for them as well, right? Because I could see them not wanting to get on like Nintendo's bad side or something. But yeah, I don't know anything about that. I've never been. I've never been a big indie. I'm just a little Tanuki. But yeah, it is what it is, right? So that's if you ever wonder why I've not really played any Nintendo games, that's why. But will I be getting a Switch 2 and playing some Pokemon? Abso-fucking-lutely. I will. Because my Switch has terrible Joy-Con drift. Just absolutely atrocious Joy-Con drift. It's so bad. And I did get new controllers too at one point, and those got Joy-Con drift too. So it is what it is. You have some merit there considering the actions from Capcom to certain towns from Hololive. Yeah, big gaming companies, if they want to, they will come after you, right? They can and will. On the other hand, a lot of them are also like have very specific requirements for streaming, and that's fine. They can do that, right? Yeah. You've never had Switch's drift on them really that bad? I feel like for some games it would be fine, but for some games it's not, right? Like, when I played Animal Crossing with Joy-Con drift, it was terrible because I would try to put something one place and my character would just start fucking like taking off in a diagonal direction, and I was always like, I'm trying to plant a tree and I'm trying to like dig a hole and then put the tree in the hole, and then I can't because my character's now halfway down the fucking street. It is what it is, you know, it is what it is. Or like same thing with turn-based battlers. If you let go of the thing, it'll just like back and forth. Aren't you allowed to send them to Mr. Nintendo to get the drift fixed? Yes, but that would mean that I have to pay to ship it over to them, and also not... I'm also lazy because I'd have to bring it over to a post office and do all the things, and Joy-Con drift when you're on a ledge and yeah, playing Zelda games and you're trying to do something very specific and your character starts like fucking off in one direction. I hate that shit. It's just not great. The red one won't stay in the slot somehow. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I hate it. I hate it so much. But it is what it is. Get the Hall effect, Joyce. I did actually buy a controller, a split pad thingy controller. It's literally, I'm sorry, I was looking because it's literally sitting on top of my fridge because I never fucking used it. I just got so fed up that I was just like, all right, Switch, you're gonna sit in this corner and never come out again. Yeah. Yeah, so I am gonna get the Switch 2 and pray that it works nicely and, you know, it is what it is. I've got a good number of months to save up. Well, there goes that option. Yeah, well, this is fine. It's fine. I just also, like, I understand it's gonna be backwards compatible. They've said the Switch 2 to the Switch. So, but the thing is like, will it be backwards compatible in terms of, like, my Nintendo account? Like, if I don't have the physical copy of the game, if I just downloaded it, will I be able to, like, port that over somehow? That's what I wonder, right? We'll see. I'm sure it'll probably be attached to the account, so you'll be able to, like, when you log in, it'll do the thing, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it all out when it actually shows up, but I'm always excited for new things, to try things out, so. Hopefully the Switch 2 will use Pro Controller of Switch 1. Maybe. I mean, I could see them having that be a thing still, right? And we get a new, a second USB-C port, and, like, we'll see if there's Bluetooth connectivity or not. We'll see. Hello. Ah. Oh, my throat just did a weird poppy thing. Ow. Hope I'm not getting sick. This is not the time, body. Got over 90 games, so they better port over the new ones. You'd certainly hope, for sure. And Phantom, thank you for the gifted membership to Byron. Thank you, I appreciate it. At work, I hope you're having a good day at work, Delmond. What work? Oh, it's Thursday. I'm so confused. My brain is so, like, I'm so bad at time, and because I took a day off work sick, my body was just like, all right, we're at home, that means it's Thursday. So in my mind, it's like Friday or Saturday right now, and I was like, what? No, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Why is this telling me that I can't play Monster Hunter? Fuck you. Game not released, fuck you! Die! I can literally see people playing it! I hate this. I just want to play Monster Hunter. Oh, it's fine. Monster Hunter won't come out now. It's not Thursday. It's fine. It's what it is. Reload Steam. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to log out and do a bunch of stuff, so I'll do that after we end. Give my throat, my voice a little bit of a break. And play some Monster Hunter afterwards, because I'm sure that I'm gonna be screaming whilst playing that particular game. Second time this week, I've seen a VTuber lose track of what day it is. To be fair, I'm very bad at keeping time in general. It's actually part of the reason why, like, even if I magically won the lottery or something, I would have to work at least 2 days a week. At least 2 days a week, I would have to work. Because, like, in a job outside of my house, because I cannot, like, position myself in the world without, like, outside influence. But if I'm left to my own devices, I just will not leave my house. I will 100% lose track of everything going on around me. That's just kind of how I am. So, have a good rest of your day, Delman. Bye-bye. Yeah, like the one time in my life where I didn't have any sort of external, like, thing necessitating my time, so like work or school or whatever, I went into an incredibly downward depressive spiral and it was not good. If you have money, you can afford to do that. No. It's like a bad time, human frailty. It's not good for my mental health. Because it goes from like, I don't know what day it is, to like, what's the point of knowing what day it is, to like, what's the point in existing if no one knows I exist, to like, it just like, it goes. Yeah, so like I need something outside of myself a couple of times a week. And now that could be anything so much as like my family wanting to hang out, and that's fine. But I'm also really bad at keeping myself on schedule. I have like the world's worst ability to regulate myself in terms of doing things and keeping on top of things. So I use other people as like a crutch for that, and deadlines as a crutch for that, which is why I did so fucking well in school, because school is so regulated and there's deadlines and it's perfect. I know exactly when I need to do things. I know exactly what's expected from me. I did so fucking well in school. Outside of school, a little less so. I don't like it when they're like, do whatever you want. I'm like, well, no, that's a problem. There's too many choices. I need a narrower scope of interest, please. Please. That sounds so Asian of you. Yeah, well. I need structure. Yeah, agreed, Wumpy. Yeah, the Asian power's kicking in. Shut up. Because, like, even my summers were structured when I was a kid, right? Like, Ma and Pa Hart would give me, like, math homework in the summer, or we'd be part of, like, whatever library school reading thing was going on, which I never did not win one of those. Very competitive, and I like reading anyway, so, yeah, I never didn't win those summer library reading club things. Methodically calculating the procrastination time to still be able to meet school deadlines. Yes, 100%, always. Dude, even for like when I did cosplay stuff, I would write down like zipper, 10 minutes, buttons, like 20 minutes. Like I would like time things out. It was like, oh, this piece of the thing would take me this long. This piece of the thing will take me this long. And I will like count it all down and I'll be like, cool, gonna start this on Thursday at 10 a.m. before my flight. So, yeah, You can probably win if it's reading manga, though. I don't even know if that counted, honestly. I don't know. Also, I don't think a lot of libraries had a ton of manga at that particular point, but, yeah. There's certain things that I get really stupidly competitive over, and being the fastest reader was definitely one of those things. Hi, Juicebox. Hi. Your timing was always correct. I mean, eventually I got really good at timing things out because I did it for so long. Like, cosplay was my main hobby from when I was like, I want to say I started when I was probably 15 or 16, somewhere in there. Probably about 16, I want to say. And then all the way until Panini. So for a good long time, that was like my main hobby. So I got really, really good at timing how long it took me to do specific things, right? Like putting in an invisible zipper, or like doing corset boning, or patterning something out. I just kind of knew how long it would take, but now I did fuck up a couple of times when it came to like trying new things, right? Like, oh, I need to airbrush this, but I've never used an airbrush before, and then I would underestimate sometimes. I would underestimate the time it would take for things, or the first time that I ever put rhinestones on something, or doing like beading on things. Those because like if it's a first time thing, this was not great. Some of those things gave me straight up fucking sobbing on the ground breakdowns because I did not have the costume done and I had to be at the airport in like 3 hours, and it was just me like fucking having a bad time in the middle of the living room. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Yeah. We literally would call it sweat shopping before going to a convention, so you're not wrong, Yusuru. Yeah. You can see it when she's gaming and not, skipping text if she's not reading out loud. Yeah, I'm. It's not that I'm skipping the text, it's just that like I've read it already. I get the gist of it. I don't need to... If I'm reading out loud, I do go at like a more normal speed. Yeah. But have a good night, Waffle. Have a good night. Get some good rest. Yes. But yeah, I read quite quickly. Usually, I don't know if anyone else has seen those. Like sometimes on like TikTok or other social media platforms, they have those videos where it's like, if you can read this, you're in the top 10% of reader. Like you can read certain blah blah blah, like this many words per minute sort of thing. I don't know if anyone else has ever tried to do those. I have yet to find one that goes too fast for me to read though. So I do read quite quickly. Just because reading has always been a thing that I've really enjoyed from when I was a kid. So it's one of those things that like didn't ever go away for me. Dyslexia would not let me read quickly. It would just turn into new words. Yeah, for sure that would happen. I had a teacher at one point who thought I was dyslexic, but not because I didn't read the words, but because I would mix up the speaking of them, which you guys have probably noticed every once in a while. I've gotten way better at it, but when I was a kid, I used to like fuck up letters a lot when it came to reading or speaking if I was reading something out loud. Like just like mix up the beginning of words and stuff. So people for a little bit thought I was dyslexic until they were like, oh no, never mind, she actually understands all the content and shit. She's definitely not dyslexic. I just had word processing issues. Yeah. But I have a lot of friends who are dyslexic, so I can get that for sure. One of my, I think it's extrovert friend actually, has recently gotten back into reading, and she likes reading a book while listening to the audiobook. She said it helps a lot with her issues with dyslexia and stuff. So yeah. Used to speed read, but it got boring, so you take it slow now. See, I take it slow if it's like something I'm really into, but like I feel like most of the time I just go, you know. It's still interesting. I want to read the thing. I want to know what happens next. Yeah. Reading physics papers makes me slow down to read. You need to digest what's being said. Yeah. I think when I was reading papers, it depended on what it was. So if it was like a theoretical paper, then I would have to slow down a little bit just because I would need to make sure I was taking notes at the same time, or at the very least like underlining things. But I had a really uncanny ability when I was in university. I haven't done this in a hot second, so I don't think I still could do this if I could now. But it used to be that like when people were talking about like, oh, like this package, you know, they would say like, oh, this passage, when this happened in Antigone or something. And I would be able to flip within like a page of whatever it was that they were talking about. Just based on like context of like where things were in a book or a play or whatever. I don't think I could do that now, but just because I did so much reading, I had a way to like categorize where everything was as I was flipping through a physical book in my head. Yeah, so yeah. It's not that I'm like not reading everything. I can still take in a lot even if I am speed reading, but yeah, most of the time nowadays though, I'm not reading physical copies of things. It's like on my phone or on the computer or something like that. So I don't think I'd be able to pinpoint things very well anymore because I'm very much out of practice of that particular skill. But yeah, can you read backwards? I can read backwards words. Yeah. Or if you take out certain letters in words, the brain fills them in too. Yeah. Now, on the other hand, because I've done a lot of reading, but I've not done a lot of like listening to stuff sometimes, there are a lot of words that like, I don't know if I'm saying correctly. I can also read upside down, yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot of words that I don't know if I'm saying things properly. And some of them are not, for example, facade. Until I was in university, I thought that was facade. And I would say it was facade. until it was pointed out to me that it is not, in fact, that. But there are definitely other, like, very commonly used words when they're written, but they're not said that way. Yeah, so like Q is Q-U-E-U-E, and I used to think it was like Quay, or like Q-U-A-Y is key, but I thought it was Quay, right? But there's a lot of words like that where, you know, I wonder if there's like a list of words commonly mispronounced. No, I always got mischievous. Oh yeah, colonel is being like colonel. Is it niche or niche? I still am uncertain of that particular word. Oh my god, epitome versus epitome. It's niche. Yeah, I've heard people say it's niche, and I'm like, I'm near certain it's niche. Yeah, epitome, the epitome. I don't know which one's correct. I am still uncertain of that one. I knew forte just because of music. It's epitome? No way, it's epitome. That sounds so stupid. You always say epitome? Yeah, same. You're laughing at that. Okay, thank God. Yeah, no, I've heard people say epitome. Let's see, what other ones here? Asai, and then you just fucking GIF. Fuck off. Chaos. Yeah, I definitely at some point probably called it chouse. Let me see. What other ones? Yeah, colonel versus colonel. I don't know why primer is in there. Oh, solder. Solder. Viscount for Viscount. I don't know why a rye would be in this list. Cupboard. Etc. Antenna. I never had a problem with any of these. Epitome versus epitome. Oh no, by the way, I definitely thought it was epitome for a while. I figured it out, but you know. Yeah. Z instead of Z, that's not incorrect. That's just depending on where you live. Remuneration? Really? People say remuneration? I mean, for all I know, I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, there's a lot of words that like I would read and I like thought I knew, but I did not in fact know. Wait. I'll bet, but it's albeit. Really? But people usually incorrectly say albeit? I just thought it was albeit. Okay, well, found a new one. Oh, people say almond wrong? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Attaché. Business. Cash. Yeah, I know that one. Jouse. A coup. Yeah, that's true. Coup being C-O-U-P, being coup instead of coupe, that definitely fucked me up as a kid. I feel like most of these words, though... yeah, epitome. Fucking epitome. Epitome. Heinous. I knew. Hierarchy. I knew. Ingenuity. See, like, some of these words are things I would hear out loud, so I would know what they were supposed to be. But, yeah, niche... is stupid. Why quinoa? Fucking no one knows how to say that until you tell them. Sour. Stomach. Okay, I've never said stomach wrong, but I've definitely, I still spell stomach wrong. I don't know why. I always want to put an E on the end. I want it to be S-T-O-M-A-C-H-E. So I always chuck that E on the end, and it's always wrong. Yeah, Wednesday. Fuck Wednesday, man. Like stomachache? I guess so. I really don't know why my brain does that, but that's just forever. I always get it wrong. Affidavit? I mean, that makes sense. Aluminum versus aluminium. I mean, those are technically also both correct. Anemone, but that's just said exactly how it's spelled. Arkansas. Fuck you, I'm not ever saying that a different way. How do you pronounce pronunciation? Pronunciation. Sometimes pronunciation. I change it up just for funsies. They're both correct, but aluminium's the original. Yeah. Asphalt. Ask. Asthma. Athlete. Yeah, I know that it's technically Arkansas, but I fucking refuse. I'm just gonna call it Arkansas forever. Anemone is a nice... What? No, an anemone is a sea anemone. Anemone. I said it right the first time. It's fine. Cliche. People have called it klitsch. Who the fuck thought cliche was klitsch? Coupon. Debris. I could see that one. There's some here that I don't know why people... Yeah, okay, there's one for espresso and people saying espresso. Fuck you. Espresso. There's no fucking X in the word. February. Flower. Fruit. Genre. GIF. Nochi. Gnocchi. Stuck in a rut with the task of work and hearing me. Oh yeah, just fucking random ones. Is the one for gauche? I don't know. I haven't seen anything. But I feel like people would definitely say gauche. Yeah. I don't think people would ever mispronounce pizza. Homage. Homage? Oh! Oh! I was like, yeah, homage. And then I looked at the incorrect one and it's like, oh, incorrect. Homage. It's homage. H-O-M-A-G-E. Homage. Hooray! No one says that? Yeah, well, apparently. It is what it is, I suppose. Hors d'oeuvre. I love that it's correct hors d'oeuvre. Incorrect hors d'oeuvre. Isn't homage like Frenchified? Maybe. Yeah, like, yeah, paying homage, yeah. Which I always say homage, but it's homage. Paying homage. I fucking hate that. I'm gonna keep saying that one wrong. Pterodactyl, I fucking love. I love petrodactyl. Library. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say library wrong. Have a good night, Nate. Have a good night. Mischievous. Mischievous. Why not both, you know? Mischievous and mischievous. Apparently mischievous is wrong. It's supposed to be like a mischievous grin, not a mischievous grin. But it sounds fun no matter what, okay? Fuck you. I also use both interchangeably. Which means for that particular word, I've always been interchangeably correct and incorrect. So. Mischievous versus mischievous. Whatever. Fuck you. Everyone says February wrong. I like saying both February and February just for the funsies. Kind of like I call Wednesday, Wednesday. nausea, niche, nuclear. Why the fuck is ophthalmologist here? There's fucking no way. Pharaoh. Some of these are stupid. They're like, oh, correct is Pharaoh, incorrect is Pharaoh. No, that's just probably like a... That's definitely just depending on where you live and your particular accent. Pronunciation versus pronunciation. Q, yes, fuck you, Q. Realtor. Yeah, I know I say realtor wrong because it's supposed to be realtor. Fucking hate that shit, but I'm gonna keep saying realtor. So makes funny pronunciations, so she's never wrong on purpose. Exactly. Also to piss people off. Both to throw them off and to piss them off. For example, I know that it's salmon, but I do like to say salmon sometimes. A segue versus a segyo. Who the fuck says segyo? Sherbet. Sherbet. Sorbet. I'm gonna keep calling it whatever the fuck I want to call it. Anyway, I should probably... Oh my god, fucking subtle. As a kid, I definitely thought that it was subtle. Oh my god. Fucking wild. Turbine, 12, unique, vacuum, vase, vehicle, vulnerable, yeah. Worcestershire, sire. Crazy. Chief, thank you for the soup. Thank you. I would like to ask, have you heard of the Marble League? I don't know if I have. Maybe. I don't know. How do you pronounce larynx and pharynx? Like that? How do you pronounce pseudo? Like that? Why is it not pronounced as subtle? I don't know. Is vase not a correct way to say vase? No, those are where you live dependent. Those are where you live dependent. Yeah. I thought cognac was cognac for the longest time. I did too. I also did. Yeah. For sure. Wait, is that not how you say that word? No, it is. Ha, it was correct. It is pseudo. Fuck you. Worcestershire. No, I like saying it's stupid every time. Worcestershire. Something you say wrong on purpose so much you forget how to say it right? Yeah, that's exactly the same, Aegis. Exactly the same. Cognac is an acceptable mistake. Yeah. Hi, Joe. I'm doing okay. We're talking about stupid words. It took me a while to adjust to the J in Spanish being an H. Ah, yeah. Silent letters, yeah. Silent letters are stupid. Oh my gosh. There's so many, like, really stupid things about the English language because it's such a mishmash, right? The English language is just a mishmash of a bunch of other languages. We just, like, took things that we liked and we shoved them together, which is why we've got like things in a whole bunch of different things. And nowadays that is a lot more common anyway. For example, you've got a lot of English pseudo words in other languages, for example, Japanese. But they still have a whole fucking base language that is not stupid. Suedo was Elias's pronunciation. No one corrected her. Ah. Original English was much closer to Dutch. Yeah, there's a lot of... Yeah, English is very much just a really big mishmash. Sean Bean should rhyme. Yeah, you would sure think so. But would it be Like, would they both rhyme with bean? Sheen bean? Scene bean? Or would they rhyme with Sean, and it would be Sean Bon? Which of those is more cursed? Huh? Japanese has over 150 to 300 or something Dutch words they use without knowing. Sean Bon. Yeah. It's fun to randomly replace nouns with the same words in other languages. Yeah. Sheen bean. I used to think Sean spelt like that, the S-E-A-N. I literally used to think their names was Scene. Or Cien. And I have literally called people that before, so. You've heard Sean pronounced as Scene before. Yeah, fuck off, me. It was me. I am the person who pronounced Sean as Scene. Same thing with, I had one time, I knew a girl, well, she wasn't my friend, but I knew her through other people, and her name was Ryan. I didn't realize that for a very long time. So when I would talk, like when other people would talk about Ryan, I had no fucking clue who that was. I thought her name was Rian, or Rian, because it was R-I-A-N. So I thought her name was Rian. And so I never understood why people were talking about this Ryan person, because I thought we were talking about a cute girl, but in fact, we were all talking about a cute girl. I just thought that Ryan was a boy. Because I didn't know how to pronounce her name. To be fair, Rihanna is a fairly common name. Yeah, but this was a while ago. It's an Aaron moment. Yeah, well, I never met someone named Ryan spelt like that before. That's Rian, right? Like, I thought it was like Rian, and I was like, oh yeah, Rian. Yeah, I like Rian. She's cute. Turns out there is no person named Rian, and everyone was just real fucking confused as to what the fuck I was talking about. You only know R-Y-A-N? Yeah. Yeah. Also, before anyone is like, oh my god, you're doxing someone, she doesn't go by that name anymore. It's fine. I do think sometimes I do have a single brain cell. I promise I'm not just like outing this random person I'm not even friends with. Probably because too many people got confused. Yeah, I do feel like she probably changed it because she was like, no. I don't even know what she changed it to, honestly. Like I said, we weren't friends. She's like someone I knew through other people. I did hear she changed her name. I don't remember to what though, because we're not friends. I've never had to actually have multiple conversations with her. Name changed, parents disowned. Yeah, sounds about right. How would you say Beatrice though? Like that? Poor former Ryan. Saving former Ryan. Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard of that movie before. Someone we used to know. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. To be fair, names are hard though. I never expect anyone to get names right, especially if it's not a standard name. And even standard names are only standard in the place that you come from, right? Just because it's standard to you doesn't mean that someone else is going to know the pronunciation. Because I have seen like people with very normal American names or very like normal Western names get mad when people from like Asia can't pronounce them properly. It's because it's not a normal name there. Whereas like, you know, a lot of people, if someone from Asia moves to like Raccoonidia, people have a hard time pronouncing their actual name. And again, that's because it might be an average normal name where they're from, but it's not necessarily the case over here. So, yeah. Finn, for example. This name, Michael, I used to think it was Mikhail. I'm not gonna lie. I also always spell Michael wrong. Still, to this day. I can never figure out if it's A-E or E-A. And like a lot of people, even like Cyon, they'd say wrong very often. And that's fine, because I understand that my name is not anytime standard. And I don't expect people to know it until I say it out loud. I've never gotten upset for someone mispronouncing your name because you get it, names are weird. Yeah, exactly. Have a good night, Blackbeard. Have a good night. Yeah. Imagine how tiring it would be if your name was Juan, but everyone wrote your name as John. Yeah, I could see that. Or if you weren't Latin, like Latin anything. Why did I say Latin? That was weird. If your name was actually Juan, but everyone said it was Juan because they just assumed that you were from, like, you know, you had some sort of like Latin American background, and you're actually like just a white guy from Tennessee, and his parents called him like Juan. And you grew up and your name was Juan, and then everyone, you moved to the West and everyone starts calling you like Juan, and you were like, who the fuck is Juan? Oh yeah, like Jesus. Yeah, like Jesus versus Jesus. Yeah. Oh no, Juan, my man. Yeah, they just thought that they were being like, they thought it was like just a fun play on John or something, you know, just like a white suburban mom. It was like, I don't want to name my kid John because he's special, so he's Juan. You know? Reminds you of your favorite mispronunciation of jalapeno? I say jalapeno all the time. To piss people off. It's fun. Yeah. Chamomile for chamomile, lavender for lavender. Those are my most common fuck-ups for funsies. Yeah, jalapeno. Jose versus Jose, yeah. I don't know, sometimes it's just like fun to fuck words up. But also, I did fuck a lot of words up for a really long time just because, yeah, like, you don't know how something is pronounced until you hear it. Bologna versus Bologna. Yeah. Exactly. Janindor. Fuck off. You loved everyone saying Pico de Gallo? Oh my god. Do people all actually call it Pico de Gallo? That's wild. Or Pico de Gallo. Oh my god. You mispronounced Fajita for fun? Yeah. Fajita's a really fun one. I do understand it's fajita, okay. If I said these things for realsies, I would get smacked by my Mexican auntie, okay. Which I don't think I brought her up in a hot second. But yeah, she's I mean, technically she's my second auntie. Like, because her kids are my second cousins. Because it's it's Pa Hart's. It's Pa Hart's cousin, and then his kids. But we grew up really close, so they're essentially just my cousins, so she's just my auntie. But she would smack me. If I didn't know, like, at the very least, basic fucking dish names, okay? And I didn't know how to fucking pronounce things properly, alright? I did take Spanish in high school. But I like fucking them up anyway. I don't know. It's silly. It's like, I'm not gonna go in, or mispronouncing tortilla. Yeah, that's a fun one too. Like, if I'm going in to get food and I'm like at like a proper restaurant or something, like, I'm not going to do it there, right? I'm not gonna be like, hi, can I have the tortilla with the pico de gallo and fucking, I don't know, jalapeno on the side? Like, I'm not gonna fucking do that, right? I'm gonna say it properly. But when I'm with, like, my friends, or I'm just reading things, or I'm just being, like, a little silly, then, like, sure, doesn't matter. But, like, yeah, when you're, like, you know, actually around people, I don't, that's when I don't, like, you know, there's times and places for being a silly little guy. Put an accent behind it and everything. Well, I think my accent is probably fucking garbage. Because I also haven't properly spoken Spanish since high school, essentially, so. I used to be, at the very least, conversational in it, because I think I've said before, like, we went to Costa Rica, and we had to do, like, school there for a little bit. So, and we didn't get hotels, we stayed with locals, like, homestay, whilst we were there. So, like, we all had to be conversational, because it was also IB. But since I haven't spoken any of it since then, I know fuck all. I know fuck all. Had to mispronounce things on purpose because people didn't know the right way to say it and you refused to explain. Oof, rip and pepperoni. My friend went to Spain and ordered tortillas on the side, and they brought him an omelet with eggs. Oh my god. Hi Mion. I hope you're Nikki's stream went well. Yeah. People pronounce Notre Dame with a long damn. Notre Dame! But it sounds weird since you're used to their friend's pronunciation. Yeah. That's so funny. That's like, oh my god, Notre Dame. Can you sing any Spanish songs? I mean, I could probably try if I like pulled something up. It probably wouldn't be very good, but like theoretically I could. No, guilty of that you are as well. Oopsie. Oopsie poopsie. Yeah, Notre Dame. It's pronounced more like Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah. Sounds like a bad pickup line. Yeah. You want to meet me at the Notre Dame? You are looking good today. How do you pronounce lever? Or lever? Both are correct, as far as I'm aware. Lever or lever? It's kind of like vase or vase. Depends on where you live and what the accent of that area is. Yeah. You see the damn pronunciation in sports commentary a lot? Ew, really? I fucking hate that. Dude, if your job is commentary, you should look up how to pronounce things that you're not certain of. That's how I feel about that in particular. Like, if your job is to talk and know what you're talking about, you should actually fucking know what you're talking about. That shit pisses me off. Like I said, there's a time and a place, right? There's a time and a place. When you're just, like, hanging out and it's, like, a really, like, social, like, it's not, like, well, what's the word? Like, if it's just, like, a chill environment, you don't have to be professional or anything, that's the time to be silly and say things wrong, but I don't know, man. The one thing that gets me every time is every time the Americans pronounce being solder. Huh? One thing that Americans solder. How do you pronounce it, Noodles? Solder. It's a soldering iron. Or do you mean they call it like solder? Like boulder. Oh! It is solder. Soldering iron. Yeah, you do the soldering. Or caulking. In the bathroom. The caulk. Have a good night, Wumpy. Have a good night. US sports commentators will just Americanize the pronunciation. I fucking hate that shit. I corrected someone's witch hat atelier today. They said they know it's just funny. Yeah. I, used to call... Oh, God. How do you... What's the right one now? Patisserie. The patisseries. Like bakeries. I, for a very long time, called them patissières. Why? I don't fucking know. Just because... That wasn't on purpose. That was actually... I just like 100% thought they were called patissières. But they're not. So no one ever knew what I was talking about. And I was like, you know, like a bakery. And they were like, oh, like a patisserie? And I was always like, yeah, like a bakery. Because I just assumed that they were taking the front part of... My mom calls it a patisserie. That's... It's not patisserie. Patisserie. That's how it's spelled. Right from the patisserie, because you're the one who's pat. You're the only pat who's tis-eyed air. What? It's French. It's weird to begin with. Yeah, but that's kind of why I think I assumed it was like patissière. Because I was like the air at the end. I was like, that's French, but it's patisserie. I was like, fuck. Damn. My dad made fun of me for that. So. Oui. To be fair, I don't speak French. I did have to teach French at one point. Do I speak it? Abso-fucking-lutely not. Just French things, yeah. I don't speak French. I can count to 10. I can sing a song about pizza. But that's about it. R is very much a thing, yeah. Roll those. Really roll the S. Yeah. How do you teach if you can't speak? Yeah, well, that's the public education system for you. It's part of the mandatory curriculum in Raccoonidia, but I don't speak French, but I had to fucking teach it. So what I would do is I would listen to the thing that they would have to, like, put on, and then I would memorize the pronunciations, and then I would immediately teach it, and then I would forget. So, yeah. Bonjour, oui, oui, baguette. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. I literally learned it before teaching. Yes, essentially. Yeah. Or like I can sing "Oh Canada" in French, probably. that's essentially it, right? It's like "Oh Canada, terre de nos aïeux, ton front est sans de Florence Courrier, que ton bras s'est porté le pays, il s'est porté le croix." That's it. That's all I can do. That's the extent of my French. And do I know what it means? No, other than the fact that I know it in English as well, but I don't know what any of the words mean. I mean, I'm assuming that cross is croix. Il s'est porté la croix. Ton espoir est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. Ton front You know no French other than when it comes to music? Yeah, it sounds about right. Haven't heard the French version in ages. We had to sing both when I was in elementary school. That is the only reason I still know it. Songs that I knew in elementary school are the only songs that I still know, like word for word, essentially. You used to know Farashaka? Yeah. Yeah. I cannot. I'm fucking garbage. I am fucking garbage at languages. I've always been atrocious at languages. I know, like, how to count to 10 in, I guess, 5 languages or something like that. But that's the extent of that. I think I was once taught in Korean, but I don't remember how to count to 10 properly in Korean, so I can't say 6, so 5. I can only English, other languages it's Jover. Yeah. Not for the lack of trying. I did try to learn multiple languages. Tried to learn Spanish, tried to learn German, that did not go well at all. Tried to learn Mandarin because my parents were 100% certain that I was going to become a business person or a lawyer and I would need that. Tried to learn Japanese. Spanish, my dad said, was a better language to learn than French because more of the world speaks Spanish. And therefore it's more useful. They laughed at me for wanting to learn Japanese because they said it wasn't very useful. I did try Korean for a little bit too. That did not stick, obviously. What did you get the furthest with? Spanish. I know a little bit of ASL, American Sign Language, which kind of counts, I suppose, so. I technically learned a little bit of French, but obviously I can like count to 10 and sing "O Canada," and that's a bit about all. Honestly, none of them are good. Like none of them are great. Any interest in picking up those languages again? I would love to, at the very least, learn like some conversational Japanese. But when I say I'm garbage at languages, like I'm actually like terrible at languages. There's just something about it that they don't stick in my brain, and then even if they do, they stick wrong. So like, for example, when I was in Korea, visiting Moria senpai, I would say like a Korean word, and then I would say like half a Japanese sentence, and then I would say like an English word. My brain just like, it doesn't path correctly. Yeah, so like languages are the one thing that even in school I did not do well in. And it was something that I used to be really self-conscious of because my mom speaks multiple languages, and my family is very multinational, and it wasn't for lack of trying, and I always thought that like maybe I was just stupid. It was the only like academic thing I couldn't do. So my brain, I think, is just not wired to learn languages. You're one of those Gomenosori? Yeah, a little bit. It's fine. I can say basic things in languages, like asking for directions and stuff, but my brain is also a sieve. So new things come in and then they stick, and then unless I use them, they fuck off into the distance, unless they're useless pieces of knowledge. Then they stay for fucking ever. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. I really wish that my brain would actually hold on to fucking useful, practical knowledge instead of like random fucking facts that no one gives a fuck about. But those are the things that hold on to. It's lack of practice thing, you feel like? In part, it's for sure lack of practice, right? Just because, like, you know, that's not the language I'm surrounded by. But even then, even back when I watched, like, 12 million anime, it's one of those things where, like, even if I learn a language, I can get really good at understanding it, but my brain won't give me the words to say, if that makes sense. So even when I was conversational in Spanish, for example, I had way better comprehension for listening than I could speak and like reply to. So I would always know exactly what they were saying, but it doesn't mean that I could reply to it, if that makes sense. Because my brain, like, creating sentences, it didn't really do that. But, like, knowing what people are saying, I can do that, no problem. Which is really fucking annoying. So, yeah, it just happens to be that that's not my strong suit. Could I learn a language? Definitely. I could definitely bunker down and do that. But that's also, like, could I get ripped? Yes. Will I? Probably not. There's other things that I, you know, would rather probably do. So, it is what it is. You understand why? Because you take context clues and understand you don't know how to say things back in the correct way? Yeah. It's the conjunction of fear and learning, and you're pressured to keep the details. It makes your hippocampus suppress the knowledge. Yeah, that's another thing, is because of anxiety, it doesn't help when I'm in those situations and trying to formulate the correct response, and then my brain is like screaming, you know. Hate it when you tell someone you can understand by ear and then they go, okay, so say something in Japanese. Yeah, and you're like, I didn't say I could speak Japanese, I said I could understand Japanese. Yeah, that's a mood. Yeah. There were a lot of times where, like, when I was in Japan, like, because, like, I understand from, mainly just from fucking anime and subtitles, like, you hear someone say, like, wow, look at that weird lady. And I was like, oh, that child was talking about me. Did I tell you guys that there was multiple times where I would hear people who, like, they knew obviously that I was not Japanese, and they would just, like, be like, wow, she looks weird or whatever. And then I'd, like, look over and be like, what the bitch. It happened once when I was with a extrovert friend too, because I told you guys that she's very hot and busty. And there was a, you know, older Japanese guy, just like, you know, like doing the, like, oh, like she's like a blah 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 blah. And, like, I was like, and I told her, and then she like recorded and sent it to our to artist friend who is Japanese, who speaks Japanese. And artist friend was like, yep, Cyon got the translation pretty spot on. And I was like, yeah, the gaijin spot and point. Yeah, exactly. It was just like what in the world is that? It doesn't help that we were staying in a residential area, like we were in an Airbnb, so it wasn't like city center or something. It was like I had to, like, walk past an elementary school to get to where we were staying. So yeah. How do they know you're not Japanese? By look? Because I don't look Japanese. I don't look Japanese. I'm very obviously a foreigner when going to Japan. So yeah. I mean, I'm not even a human. So I feel like it's pretty obvious, you know. You're like, oh, what's that fucking thing over there? So it is what it is. I didn't take any heart to it. I expected that kind of thing. Cyon obviously stands out. Yeah, and my friends stand out as well because they're very obviously white girls. Or extrovert friend and married friend are. Artist friend obviously is not. But yeah, they're you know, I expected easily when we were going on vacation that like I was like, yeah, there's gonna be some people who like are not used to seeing foreigners, especially if we're in places that are not like, you know, Shibuya or something. Like downtown, busy, lots of people, lots of tourists, but we were staying in like an area that was a little bit outwards, so yeah. But Tanuki only live in Japan, they're not supposed to tell you a foreigner. But it's not that they said I was a foreigner, they just said I looked weird. Because, you know, like not a lot of people are walking around with like ears and a tail, you know? Even if you like suck them in, then I've still got like little weird color bits in my hair, right? It looks almost normal, but not quite normal, right? It's that kind of a thing. It's that kind of a thing, yeah. Also, I don't dress like I'm from Japan, so yeah. Oh gosh, look at that weird woman. Yeah, it didn't help that like at the first time when that first happened with the kids, I was also like dying and like rolling multiple suitcases down a road. So, yeah. Ambiguous Asian. I mean, I feel like I was gonna say I feel like I'm pretty notably like a mutt, but then I realized that I feel like a lot of white people in my life have assumed that I'm Asian, and a lot of Asian people in my life have assumed that I'm white, so I don't know. Schrodinger's Asian is kind of real. A mutt, yeah. Happy. I am something, you know, hate the term happa. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. I've had a lot of people think that, like when I worked as a server, for example, I had people think that I was like Latina, or people who thought that I was from like Greece, or like I'm just like ambiguous, I guess. Semi opinion, Asian mutt girls are often cute. Yeah. It's a fair point. Yeah, it really depends. Also, like how you play into it, like what color your hair is at the time, what you're wearing, like what's going on, like as to like how you look more and more on and on. But yeah, but it really depends, right, in the surroundings and what's going on. So I'm very used to it. I guess even like, yeah, even growing up, it was, I'm just very used to kind of being the odd one out, as like the only Tanuki in the raccoon world. So that kind of thing, I would say it's never really bothered me, but it definitely bothered me as a kid. But, you know, as I grew up, it's just one of those things that's like, that's something that happens in life. Did it suck during the bad things happening? Absolutely. Was I mocked on both sides of the spectrum? Absolutely. Is that possibly why I decided to bully bullies? Oh, for sure. Did that fuck me up? Oh, probably. But you know what? We're here and it's fine and everything is the way that it is, and there's nothing you can do about things that happened in the past, so all we can do is walk forward. Like I said last stream, knowing the hidden rule of VTubers, I'm sure you're pretty. I don't know about that. I still... Dude, Maeve is doing Maeve things and saying Maeve things, and like... I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Now, would I have agreed with that 5 years ago? Probably. But would I agree with that now? I don't know about that. Yeah. But it is true though that a lot of VTubers that I have met are like, they're very, I wouldn't necessarily say they're all hot, but they're all like, you know, some are cute, some are pretty, some are hot. Right? There's like a lot of, I think a lot of girls, like a lot of VTubers are very attractive. I don't know why everyone always just lumps everyone under like pretty or something. I don't know. I think that to me personally, those words all mean different things. For example, right? Like when I hear pretty, I think girl next door. When I think hot, I think like curvy, or like the style of dress and the air you give off, right? Versus like elegant or gorgeous, right? Gorgeous is different than pretty, is different than hot, is different than cute, right? So yeah. Yeah. Absolutely stunning Maeve's words. Yeah, okay, but Maeve likes to exaggerate things. So Leora called you so hot, so I would believe her. Leora is so fucking attractive. Holy shit. Leora is so good looking. Leora senpai is just like, you know, she's a Valkyrie for a reason, okay? She's, oh my god. So fucking good looking. Holy shit. If I had a firstborn child, I would sell my firstborn child to be with Leora senpai. It's very good looking. Yeah, and there's a couple of girls in V&U that I will say are like incredibly fucking attractive. Like really good fucking looking, like Jesus Christ. Yeah. So, yeah. Her personality is stunning for sure. Leora senpai, yeah, she's great. That good looking, huh? There's two girls in particular that, like, when I first saw them, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, marry me. And they were both like, fuck off. And I was like, fine, sure, whatever. Yeah. I think, yeah, like, everyone's, like, I would describe, like, Amoria senpai as, like, very, like, she's very pretty and she's very cute. Right? But I don't think I would ever describe her as, like, hot. That just feels wrong. That feels very wrong. Same thing with Meeta. I would call her, like, very, like, cute and pretty in, like, an energetic way. So not like a girl next door way, but like the girl on the soccer team sort of pretty, if that makes sense, you know? Like a, not necessarily a sporty way, but like an energetic, Genki sort of pretty. And then, like, of course, she's Meeta, so she's really cute. Maeve, I would say, is like both cute, but like has like a little bit of like an elegant flair to it. She's like, I don't know if I would say, I think I would go with like, yeah, more like an elegant to pretty side. But she has a lot of really cute things about her as well. Leora senpai's hot. She's fucking gorgeous. So the cuter looking tomboy, yeah, I think that fits Meeta well, for sure. Amoria kept saying she's proud of her cuteness. Yes, Amoria is very proud of her cuteness, and that's fine. She is incredibly cute. She's very cute. And then, yeah, so there's, like, you know, different things for different girls. I would say that Echo is cute and very pretty. I think Echo is, like, the way that Echo looks is, like, protectable cute and pretty, you know? Like, she's just, you wanna, like, put her inside and take care of her. Yeah. So, like, a different type of cute and pretty than Meeta, but I would say that she's cute and pretty as opposed to, like, hot or gorgeous. Kokone senpai is elegant and gorgeous, falling in a little bit of pretty as well. I would not call Kokone senpai cute, though. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I just have, like, to be fair, though, I do call most things cute in general. I don't know. Cute is, like, my general go-to word for, like, if I like something. But when it comes to girls in particular, I think that cute is more a vibe. What about Suri? Suri is cute and gorgeous. Suri's cute and gorgeous. She's very, she's a little bit, not necessarily ethereal, but, like, dainty? I don't think that's necessarily the right word either. But she is, like, very cute, but in, like, an almost, like, I want to say, like, an elf sort of way, in that it's, like, it's not quite, like ephemeral or otherworldly or anything, but, like, it's very, she's cute and pretty. Like, she's cute and gorgeous. She's a very interesting intersection. She's fucking just great. Yeah. You can grow and thrive as a VTuber, pretty much conquer other challenges in life, also stay pretty. I don't know. I just think it's kind of like, I think a lot of introverts like VTubing because it gives us a way to not worry about things. Also, people with lower self-esteem. Ethereal is probably the proper way to pronounce ethereal. Please remember, I like to pronounce things wrong. Yeah. Being a VTuber is a big investment. You grow and learn a lot. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's fun. Also, I can stream without putting pants on. Yeah. But it's also nice because it means that, I don't know, I like that I can hang out and you do things and like no one is looking at the people are like what you do because you're you, right? Yeah. How do I pronounce GIF? Like GIF. Graphics. Interface. Graphics. Fuck you, Mr. Person making GIFs saying it's GIF, you suck ass. Streamer without pants on, watched by people without pants on. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's a leg-free world. Beautiful. Yeah, you know the creator said Jif, but for you that's peanut butter. Exactly! Jif is a peanut butter! Also, what the fuck? You're saying it's Jif, but you're saying that it stands for, like, graphics? No! Fuck you! You don't get to decide that graphics is giraffics. It's not Jurassic Park. You can't just fucking change that shit. Ah! Stupid. The persona of the person behind it? Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I like that it's like I can hang out with people and I know for sure that they like me for me. I guess, if that makes sense. Because I know that like sometimes like people are more or less likely to like but like, okay, well, we'll put it this way. Like when it comes to cosplay, it both is and isn't like a modeling looks-based sort of hobby nowadays. It didn't start like that, obviously. It was like nerds playing dress up, and I still like to refer to it as nerds playing dress up. But in the last, while, it's gone from being a silly little hobby to it's still a silly little hobby, but for people who do it more professionally, it is very much, large part of it is based on what you look like, right? And that shit is not always fun. Having to like consistently think about that and maintain that and always worry about it and worry like, what if something changes about you? Are people not gonna like you anymore? Even though like you know that they don't like you for you, they like you for what you look like, and that's only a small part of you. So I think that's why I personally prefer like VTubing. I think it's a good way for people to be creative and to do things that they like and talk with other people, but it's not based at all about, their physical anything. It's actually about like who they are as a person, and I think that's cool because you get to see more about that too and focus on that, and it's about what they are doing as opposed to like, who they are as an actual person, if that makes sense. It's become a subgenre of modeling in a way, yeah, essentially. So, yeah. But it is what it is, and, everyone has different things that they like. That's obviously not going to be why anyone or everyone wants to be a VTuber, right? That's just, like, me personally. I prefer it because, to me, it means that, like, it might not even be real. It might be in my head. I just think in my head, I'm like, well, because this way, like, no one cares. Like, we're not being distracted by other things, and I can talk to people and they're gonna tell me things and I can tell them things and we can have a communication and a conversation, and yeah, I don't know. I just think it's nice. Yeah. Without the pandemic, would you probably pick up cosplaying more? Honestly, even right before, I was like slowly phasing out just cause of like what has been going on a lot. Also, there was a lot of
Walmart Karen tries to
my guy
mobility scooter, claiming that I'm faking my disability, resulting in me not only
fuck off. We were listening to background music. Don't you fucking autoplay a Reddit story on me. I hate it here. YouTube? Why would you go from soft background music to a Reddit read story? I hate it here. Fucking, yeah, what the heck indeed? What the fuck? even go to Minecraft. I have like 3 Minecraft Hermitcraft tabs open. What the fuck? All right, well, YouTube trying to shove Reddit down our ear holes. Yeah, apparently. Let me go back to my 2 hours of free background music called Lemonade. You thought it was you because you've been watching a lot of those recently? Yeah. Thought the stream elements tip locked in for a minute. It took me a second. I was like, Jesus fuck, what is that? I was like, usually I like recognize the voices of videos, right? Like if I'm watching a Minecraft video, like I'm like, all right, this is gonna be like, you know, Impulse or Grian or Mumbo or like something. And so I was just like, yeah, okay, cool. But I was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is this? I think it must. I mean, I feel like a lot of Reddit reads nowadays are done by AI, so maybe that's why I didn't recognize the voice. But yeah. Ugh, coffee. Yummy. Alright, let me see. You only said blah blah blah. I only said that because you did say your cosplay was becoming profitable. Yeah, it was one of those things though that like I don't generally like to turn things that are like were long-term hobbies into work, as it were. I feel like it makes it less fun if you consider it work. And if you're putting like strong deadlines on stuff, because like cosplay is expensive. Also, it's a lot of work when you're making new things, like for especially if it's a big outfit, right? And if you're putting deadlines on yourself and you're like, all right, we're doing like this shoot this time and this shoot this time and we're renting these places and whatever, it's just a lot. And it takes a lot of the whimsy out of it and a lot of the like creative feel for it. So that's kind of why I was starting to phase it out a little bit as well anyway. And now all the 3D printing options, yeah. And all of my friends have 3D printers. Not all my friends. Two of my friends have 3D printers. Extrovert friend and married friend. Because they're the ones that are still really like in cosplay. I think most of like myself and artist friend have kind of moved away from it. Like if we were to go to a convention and our friends would want to do something, we'd probably join in just for like actual fun. But it's also like, nowadays, if I do bother cosplaying, it's gonna be something that I actually like as well. Because for a while, you know, what's popular sells, right? And if you're trying to make money, then that's what you're gonna go for. And so going through that actually helped me to figure out like what I do and do not want to do as like a content creator in general, not just like a cosplayer, right? Because like, you know, there's, for example, as a streamer, right? There's games that are very popular to play that are kind of, I guess, like flavor of the month sort of idea, and you want to like, you know, a lot of people jump on the bandwagon because they are what they are, you know, you play them trying to keep up with trends and stuff, and that's important, right? Trends are important, trying to keep up with everything if you're doing streaming or whatever. But if I don't think I am going to enjoy a game, I don't think you guys, I don't think my community is going to enjoy the game, I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to spend that time, because to me, like the important part is that we're having a good time. We're hanging out, right? So like it took me a hot second to figure out like, you know what, maybe it's not worth it to sell my soul to try to like keep on top of things. And I just instead want to have like a good time doing things that we all enjoy. So yeah. Did I ever see a me cosplay? No, I've never seen a me cosplay. To be fair, I haven't gone to a lot of conventions in general since the Panini. I think like AX, I think I went to a Sakura-con. I went to Off-Kai last year and AX last year. I think that's it. Because I used to do a lot of conventions that I would fly around to. Like I would go to like Katsucon, which is on the East Coast, and I would do some East Coast conventions and stuff, and go into the middle of Raccoon America, United States of raccoons, and I would go into those sort of areas, and I would fly to other places, but Yeah, I haven't really been to a lot of conventions in the last 5 years. Just because I've kind of fallen out of it to some extent. Also because it's expensive and I've been putting money in other things. Like my computer. So I don't just have a laptop anymore. Stuff's gotten expensive. Yeah, that too. That too. Doesn't help that the Canadian dollar is kind of in the gutter as well. So something that's expensive for someone who lives in the United States of raccoons is going to be like 50% more expensive for me. So like $100 USD is like 150 Canadian dollars. So, yeah. Yeah. I mortgaged my soul to the higher education and can't afford to redeem. Oof, rippin' pepperoni. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah, higher education is its own thing too. That shit takes a lot of time and effort and money. Oh my god. Just a lot. It's a lot. I can't imagine. Ugh, it's like extrovert friend doing her fucking PhD on top of everything else is like wild to me because academia is not easy, and anyone who thinks it's easy, you're insane. And this is coming from a person whose brain is built for academia, right? Like I enjoy it. I did quite enjoy school. But that doesn't mean that it's easy, especially when you're in the higher levels and you're doing a lot of like papers and research and stuff like that. Going to events and talking and all that sort of shit. It's not, especially if you're not the type of person who enjoys it, it's hard. Yeah. It got way too big, not fun being mashed up with 400,000 other people. Yeah, I've been going to AX for... I don't know, a hot fucking second. And yeah, it's definitely gotten more and more crowded as years go on. It's always kind of been LyneCon, but I feel like it just kind of gets worse. And it doesn't help when the stadium or the arena has events at the same time, because then they close down all the parking lot area and they like, there's even more people and they're all like looking at you weird because they're all like sports people or concert people. Oh yeah, that one year where it was like 5 million degrees. That wasn't fun either. You basically slept through your BS engineering degree? Yeah. You can do that if it's something you're good at. Even on the vendor side, it's been a worsening experience, yeah. I feel like there's a lot of issues with conventions, with vendors and artist alleys and stuff. For example, like last year, I'm pretty sure it was AX that had, like, there was like a carbon monoxide alarm that went off because there was no air circulation in the artist alley. Was that AX? And then this year at KatsuCon, sewage water started spilling into the artist alley from the roof. 2 years ago. Okay. At AX. Yeah. So there's been a lot of like weird, like random bullshit things going on at cons as well, just because yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, one of my friends was going to go, and then she didn't, and then we saw a whole bunch of stuff, and we were all like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. So, you know, I'm just gonna stay home forever, it's fine. I'm just never gonna leave my house again, it's fine. Hi Enrique. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Las Vegas has a hentai con this year called SumiCon. Oh, hentai specific convention. Interesting. I know that Vegas also has, oh god. I've been to a Vegas convention. Do I remember what it was called? Absolutely not. KatsuCon will show them the meaning of shitty art. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I really do hope that those artists and vendors got their money back for their tables, because obviously they couldn't have them open after that. And then also I hope that they were insured for anything that they lost in the downpour. That just sounds very unfun. Terrible. Animathon this year has a good guest lineup. Oh, nice. I don't think I've ever actually been to Animathon. Ah, my eyeball is itchy. Itchy! Why? Stop it. I've never been, but I've always heard, like, I guess I've heard mixed things about Animathon. I suppose because it's a mid-sized convention, so people who are expecting something bigger are always like, new. I mean, people are gonna find problems no matter what it is, so. You've always wanted to open an artist alley booth? Yeah. I mean, I think that if you've never opened an artist alley booth before, I think the safest thing to do is to go in with other people and like split a table. Yeah, like what Chud said. Yeah, Artist Friends does artist alley booths and stuff every once in a while at different conventions. And the very first time she did an artist alley booth, she split it with a lot of our cosplay friends. So she had like her art on one side and then prints of cosplayers on the other side. And then she just like kept tally of like what was selling, and she would give that money to the cosplayers minus like 10% or something for selling them at her table, to like split the cost of like, you know, because she wasn't sure. She'd never done an artist alley before. So yeah, and then she still does them now. So yeah. It's nice to be able to split that cost if you've never done it before as well. Yeah. Table splitting's the best way, though some cons have a no proxy rule now. How do they know? How do they know? How are they gonna know? Never know, you never know. Have a good night, Sido. Have a good night. Yeah. You love swap meets at conventions? Ah. Yeah, I could see that. And if your friends get a booth in the artist alley but just sell other things like cards from TCGs and secondhand stuff? Ah. I think that a lot of places crack down on things like that now, but like a lot of things in Artist Alley have to be like either handmade or like art. They don't usually allow like vendory things, but who knows? Who knows? It also, everything changes convention to convention, right? There's no like convention rule book, Bible of law or whatever. So, nothing stops you from bartering goods. Yep, that's true. That's true. So it is what it is, right? Everywhere's gonna be a little bit different. I think that the most important part about conventions is like, if you're gonna go to have fun. Don't go expecting anything. Don't go because you like, you know, you're a cosplayer and you want to get famous, or you want to meet certain people who you think are cool, or, you know, you're going for this or that reason. I think just go for fun. Don't have too many expectations when it comes to conventions, because you never know if something's going to go wrong or if something's going to go terribly right? You know, just have fun. That's the most important part. That's how I feel about most things, right? Like, if you're gonna leave your house anyway, you might as well just go hoping you're gonna have a good time. And spend a lot of money. Those are the two things that is always true for me when I go to a convention. I'm gonna have a good time, I'm gonna force myself to have a good time, and I'm gonna spend a lot of money. That one's not on purpose. That just always kind of happens because I like buying stuff in the artist alley. Yay! You go expecting to make some friends? Yeah. I mean, I would say don't expect to go making friends, but maybe go hoping to make some friends, right? Like, because that's the thing. I mean, nowadays it's harder because there's like the vibe at cons is different than it used to be. But like when I used to go to conventions when I was a baby, I made a lot of friends at conventions. And sometimes you'd make friends at one convention and then you'd meet them at a different convention. And sometimes you would just make friends because you're both cosplaying the same thing, or you both have merch from the same thing, and you just go up to them and you're like, oh my god, you like this thing? And then you would talk about it for hours. But I feel like it's different now. People are a little more, they're like less willing to talk about random stuff, or they're like kind of standoffish sometimes, which sucks. Kind of sucks, because like I have memories of you know, like back when I first started cosplaying sort of idea, or like, you know, being in like a Code Geass outfit and then going to the photo shoot, and then you and one other person are like this, like not the same character but characters that go together, and you'd have a conversation and then you'd like hang out, and then you'd meet up the next day and you'd hang out. I went to people's houses. That's probably a stupid thing to do. I straight up have like met people and then the next day I would like go to their houses to hang out. just because we were both really into like Code Geass. And so we like went and we hung out and we talked, and like I got like snacks, and then we would go back to the convention and we would like hang out and we would go to the artist alley together. And then like they'd say bye and I'd say bye, like they're going to a different group and I'm going back to my friend group. And yeah, I don't know. I think like that used to be the part of conventions that I really vibed with. Cause like usually I don't really like talking to like people I don't know, but like when you're both like vibing about that one thing that you're both really into and you can both like talk about all the different media that goes along with it, I think it was really fun. And I don't really see that a ton anymore, and that makes me kind of sad because that was like the best part of conventions. But am I just being nostalgic and biased? Very possibly. Very possibly. Maybe that does still happen and I just don't know, you know? Honestly, back then it was more normal than nowadays. Yeah. I feel like that's the case. Do I know for sure? No, because I don't really do that anymore because I'm very like jaded. Yeah, I was young at the time. Those rose-tinted glasses do hit hard sometimes, yeah. But like, still, it's one of those things where I'm like, oh man, back in the day. You bought tickets for a V-Expo last week, now you have to travel 5,000 miles to go see it? Mood. I wanted to do that, and then I was like, I can't fucking afford to go to Europe. Nowadays, it's the same stuff with games, movies, etc. It needs to mean something. Yeah, that's a lot more argumentative, I feel like, rather than having conversation. And then there's also a lot of people who like things on a surface value, but like they don't really go like super fan into it, if that makes sense, right? Like now that anime is more mainstream, I feel like there's a lot more people who consume it as a media, but don't really get into like the fandom part of it, which was, I think, way more common like a good decade plus ago, right? Because you got like really into things if you got into them. Because you wanted a community that you could talk about things with. Whereas now, because it's more, way more accepted, you can just talk about anime with like whoever, right? Whereas before, it was like you only talked to anime, only talked about anime with other people that like really liked the same anime as you, right? So I think that was like, it led to more in-depth like fan banter and shit, like theories and backstories and you know what your favorite, like, you know, I think it was a little bit different just because of the way that the community existed in that particular period of time, I guess. But yeah. What's my favorite anime? I don't know if I don't really have a favorite. Kind of like a cult? Yeah, a little bit, not gonna lie. At the moment, I really like reading, time, like going back to fix things sort of animes, I think are kind of fun. Because you get the stress and tension of it, but usually you get like the happy ending sort of idea going on. That's what I've been reading a lot of recently when it comes to manga. Previously, I was reading a lot of Villainess, and before that, I was reading a lot of, like, Tower, you know, like when the tower comes in, it's the end of the world, and they're trying to fight up the tower sort of thing. That became a thing for a while, and I read a lot of those, and, yeah, I just kind of hop all over the place. I just like stories. I just like stories. I used to be really into, like Gundam Wing and Seed when I was in high school for a hot second. Code Geass as well. I really like when a world has like an actual like interesting history. There's politics involved. I really like that. Possibly because I have a big interest in like history in general. I just think it's kind of fun when things are pieced out properly. Alt Noah. I'm pretty sure I have in fact watched Alt Noah. Let me just make sure it's the one I'm thinking of. Alt Noah 0. I am near certain that I did watch this. Yes, because those characters look very familiar. Would I be able to tell you anything about the storyline unless someone jogged my memory first? Absolutely not, but yes, I have watched it. Yeah, I did really like mech anime for a second because those tend to have the best political storylines and the world building, I feel like. Yeah, I really liked God, what's the something abyss? Anyway, there's a lot of things that I've read a lot of stuff. Season 2 is not real. That's such a mood. It's kind of like that one about the kids with the demons, and they're in a school, and there's a wall, and then they get out. Made in Abyss, yeah, Made in Abyss is good. I read the manga. I don't know about the anime. Promised Neverland, yes. There was only one series, one season rather. Promised Neverland only had one season. They never continued it. It's very sad. I'm very sad that they discontinued it after one season. Read that one. I don't know. I just like reading things. I just like fun stories, you know? I think one of the very first things, I think I've mentioned this before, but one of the very first things I ever cosplayed was an M&A from Eureka 7. And I'm going to say this because there's no fucking photo of me that exists anywhere. Because this was a really long time ago. And I made my little pet with a fucking medicine ball like an idiot and carried that around all day. Right? So like, because yeah, not that particular period of time in my life, I was really into like big robot anime just because I liked the world building that tended to go with them. Yeah, a long time ago, yeah. Yeah, Nevene! Do I enjoy Solo Leveling? I read all of Solo Leveling when it came out, yeah. I haven't seen the anime, so I can't, or is it even out yet? I know that they were making an anime adaptation. I don't know if they did or not, but yeah. That was the thing. I enjoyed Solo Leveling for what it was, and it was entertaining. It's out? Yeah, okay, I haven't seen it. Yeah. It's in season 2 currently. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hi, Yuzai. But yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily have like a favorite. I kind of move from like area to area. I read a lot of different things. It's kind of like with music, I wouldn't say that I have like a specific type of music that I like the most. And I am one of those people who will say I listen to everything, and people are like, really, everything? And I'm like, yeah, I'm totally down for like clown banjo music, fucking carnival EDM. Give me some good old like fucking heavy metal. Give me some screamo. That's great. I'll take some like visual K, like old school rock. Give me like cute bubblegum pop. I'm fucking fine with that shit. Like goblin core, like D&D music. That's fucking great too, right? I'm not overly fond of country. I'm fine with like country sounding like things with like country based instruments. That's fine, but I don't like oh, here's my truck, oh, I'm in love with her, yay, you know, right? If that makes sense. Like the style of country music is fine. It's the lyrics of country music that I'm like, this is boring, I hate this. Yeah, that's what it is. But like there's like, oh my gosh, there's like someone who made like dance music but with traditional Mongolian instruments and like noise, like throat singing and stuff. That's really cool. So I was like, that's really neat. Yeah, jazz is fun. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that like, I don't think that there's been very much music that I've listened to and been like, yeah, I never want to hear that again. But even then, like I will listen to it and like chill with it until it's done. Yeah, and I'm very much kind of the same with anime. I will watch just about anything, or read, I guess at this point in my life, just about anything. Doesn't mean I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll read it though. Even the brain rot music you okay with? What do you mean by brain rot music? Because yes, probably. I do listen to just whatever, like Baby Shark. I listen to Baby Shark. Yep, I'm fine with that. Now, Baby Shark on repeat for 5 hours, that's a different problem. I'm not overly fond of that, but I feel like no one is going to be overly fond of that. Baby Shark's a bop. The Baby Shark do do ba do ba do, Baby Shark do do ba do ba do, Baby Shark. Right? Like I'll listen to it once and it's great, right? If it's silly enough, I'll enjoy it. Yep, that's true too. Yep, Crazy Frog. Sure, I grew up with that shit. Yeah. So yeah, I'm very much like I'll listen to everything. And just have a good time. I think that's kind of it though. I just kind of go with the flow. Although I did send I sent a TikTok to the girls the other day, being like, oh yeah, when the person says they go with the flow, and it was just like this poor guy in like a kayak going down fucking rapids, just like the fucking kayak is just like 7 feet in the air and then like back down. You see this guy like struggling. It's like, this is what I mean when I say I go with the flow. And I'm like, that's not usually what I mean with when I say go with the flow, but like sometimes it feels like that. Sure. I like to pretend, or I like to think that I'm pretty easygoing most of the time, but then I do realize as well that I can get very stuck in my ways at times. I could be very argumentative. I know that about myself. I'm not about to say that I'm not. I'm not about to say that I'm not stubborn about some things. But I think for the most part, when it comes to like, I'll always try something, right? It's, you know, it's better to like try things and then like decide if you like them or not than to just like shut yourself off to everything. I feel like I think that makes life more interesting, right? You'll learn more, you get to do more. Numa 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 hey numa numa numa. Anyway, yeah. Like, I don't know, I just think it's fun. I like looking at new things and trying new things and just thinking it's, I don't know, they're fun. Yeah. On the other hand, it does mean that I get lots of random shit stuck in my head for no fucking reason, so it is what it is. As long as it's not dangerous stuff, well, yeah. To obviously take everything with a grain of salt and put everything in your own situation. Alright. On that note, though, I do kind of want to go see if I can play some Monster Hunter tonight. I do want to play some Monster Hunter tonight. Ooh, it looks like Zelly's streaming, though. What is she streaming? Ooh, she's playing Elden Ring for the first time. I think we're gonna go hang out with Zelly. Yeah. I think we're gonna go hang out with Zelly. Let me see here. Where is she? There it is. Yeah, we're gonna go hang out with Zelly, and it should be a good fun time. Should be a good fun time. It looks like she is indeed playing for the very, very first time today. Looks like it should be interesting. I don't know how much she already knows about Elden Ring, or if it's sort of like a completely blind going into it. Figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right. And there is a stream tomorrow as well at 8 p.m. PST, as long as I don't fucking die or something. So it should be good. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for coming and hanging out and chatting and just being silly little yappers with me. I appreciate it.
Jello Noel has thrown $5. Every day I'm grateful that I found you. Thanks for the stream.
Aw, thank you, Jello Noel. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you all have a good night or a good rest of your day and get lots of rest. And please make sure to take care of yourselves, okay? Okay. Have a good night. Sayonara. Bye-bye.